not receive that question from your parents, your friends, your families, or extended acquaintances? How many have never heard a question regarding AI question? Future in AI. What kind of questions have you received in terms of AI? What kind of questions have you received in terms of AI?
I think just hope AI in the future for every student.
Right. Any concerns that you heard from people around you regarding what is the future of AI? Who just came in? You got picked. What are the questions you received regarding AI's future?
Maybe using AI.
Right?
Using AI, we can mitigate our research time. And
Is that the question you get from others around you? I know you know how to use AI in terms of chatbots. What do you think is the future? I mean, go back 5 years ago. Were you doing any research then? I don't know about the bachelor students, PhD students. When you're in master's or final years of a bachelor, you did not have AI tools to reread your report in English. What were you doing? You were in library, you were checking out the previous year's reports, you were doing all the referencing yourself. That's 5 years ago. When you are the intellects of Korea, intellects of the world, you're the top 1% of the knowledge in the current 2026. What is your prediction for AI in the next 5 years? Where do you think we're going to be? How are we going to be using AI? Our bachelor student. No, there's no expectation. But what's your prediction in the next 5 years? What is AI going to do? Where are we even going to use AI in terms of how we use it now? You can answer it in Korean if that makes it easier. Where do you think AI is going? I need to apparently speak in English, but you can speak any language you want, as long as it's understandable. AI in 5 years. Anyone? Is anyone awake?
A lot of things human have to.
Sorry?
A lot of things human have to.
A lot of things in
Human have to.
human.
인간이 한 모든 것들을 AI가.
Oh, so it's gonna do everything humans gonna do. Okay, it's gonna replace human. So what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What's gonna happen to our lives if AI is doing everything? It's a good point. It's a very much in line with what I want to get at. Okay. I don't know how to move. Okay, just one more person. Where do you think AI is going? One person said it's going to probably do what humans are doing. Maybe we can define what we mean by human. What do you think AI is going to do in 5 years? Come on, you're the engineer, you're the roboticist, you're the brain of Korea and internationally recognized school. You should have some idea where we're going. You don't wait until the AI computer scientists in on the other side of campus decide everything that's going to happen. Just one more person. Okay.
I think so AI kind of takes over the simple work human did, and what human I think would do is watch over what AI does and see if it is correct or not.
Okay, so
Supervision.
if I can just make an abstraction of this, AI will take over a lot of workforce from human side, and humans' job will be supervision. Right. I agree. But what kind of work? you have elder brothers, sisters, your parents complain about their bosses, they know nothing what we do, nothing what's happening, and they basically give orders that makes 0 sense. AI is going to say the same thing. It will just not comply. So I think the future AI is no longer going to be chatbots. It's going to be action bots. For it to do what we're doing now, it needs to be making actions. Currently, there are a couple of efforts in Google, Amazon to say general AI for robotic applications, embedded physical AI, but they're still just using 7 degrees of arm that's been built and designed since 1960s. Is that arm enough for us to achieve physical intelligence in action bots, which I think is coming really at this moment? And how do we make sure these action bots that are operated by AI is able to push our future to be safer, profitable, and make our lives better? So when I was doing my studies many, many years ago, I was building humanoids. This was early 2000. And at that moment, there was no, obviously, machine learning existed, but not in the form that we know it now. My idea of robots that can really replace manual, dirty, dangerous, tedious work would be humanoid robots. Why? Because if you have buildings, chairs, tables, windows that are made for human size, we need robots that are human size and look like us so that you can actually do the job. So at the moment you can tell, like this is a camera that's, I think there was an 18-bit camera. Look how ginormous this is. I don't know what's the resolution of the current iPhone is, but look how ginormous it is. That was 8 degrees of freedom fingers, and then that's 7 degrees of freedom arm that's picking a baseball and throwing it at your face. The movement is super fluid because I mapped the trajectory of the professional baseball pitcher. At that moment, early 2000, it was the lightest arm, humanoid arm at the moment, 3.5 kilograms. And so far, I think it's still the case with that many degrees of freedom. This is very cute and natural and anthropomorphic. Is it able to go into the kitchen and make your ramen? Simple task, make ramen. You already have a ramen, not robot, but automation. Put a coin in, it goes ramen for you. Do you think that arm and hand can cook your ramen? Could it? Does it have a mechanical capacity? Could it do it? It's able to pick up baseball. It has all the degrees of freedom. Normally, it's a lot more than the shadow hand right now that exists. Is it able to cook your ramen? It's not the payload issue. It's not the degrees of freedom issue. It's the compliance at the hand. It's not going to be able to pick up chopsticks the way we do it. If you give it enough tool, you'll be able to do it. But as it is, it's not able to. So it's very anthropomorphic looking, but why can't it just do a very simple task? The reason is it was designed to showcase the degrees of freedom the best, which means that you're creating the foot motion to throw the baseball. It's able to do simple exercise movements. You can pick and place your coffee cups from here and here. So you see a couple of the robot coffee machines that mixes up for you. But it's not able to. Why is that? So if you were to give the most fastest, accurate, I don't know what's your favorite AI tool, Gemini, Claude, tell it, can you make a ramen? Is it able to operate this robot? Currently not. Even at Google, it's not possible. So what did they show as a design case? They show how the robot is dancing. I don't know if you've seen the video. They give a prompt, be joyful, and then it starts rotating around. So there's a huge discrepancy from what we expect from the current AI, which is so good at extracting the summary of your 100 papers that needs to be summarized, update and chat with when you're after your date, how the date went, analyze this text messages I got is perfect and super eerie in the sense that it's so accurate on the point. For it to just execute a simple task, it's not there. Why is that? Why is it so difficult for current version of AI to understand this? Understand simple motions. Why can't it give a command to do that? I think there are 3 things that's missing in the current state of the art. So far, no one was interested. They were just so excited to go for let's see what we can do with language-based model. So far, not too many more interested. But now we're talking about the next 5, 10 years. Where are we going now? And what are the trends? I think people, industries, companies, government will start getting notice that current AI, the level of the language-based model will change by addressing these 3 issues. At least that's what my prediction is. One is there's resolution mismatch. AI, current versions of it, look at the result. I watch enough of data. There's so many robots going from here, picking this up, moving over here. You have Samsung nearby, semiconductor manufacturing, move a conveyor belt, move here to here. Watch so many videos, so many prompts, and then you understand this is what happens. We put this prompt in. That works for that specific robot, for that specific task. But as soon as the dimension changes, as soon as the degrees of freedom changes, it's impossible to do the projection because it's not proportional, completely nonlinear, completely random, depending on the design. So then this resolution mismatch does not allow you to plug in directly the language-based model into the physical machines, let alone robots. Second, environmental mismatch. The environment that robot knows, and that AI knows, and we know, there are 3 different environments. Often when you say, okay, describe this room. Describe this environment. What do you see? Okay, many students looking forward. That's humans' vision. If I were to AI, I would say classroom, period. That's it. Classroom. And then if you ask how many are there, it will give you the exact number. You will actually do the visual facial recognition, say there's one person who's not part of this, SKKU, all that. But is it going to be able to tell you what's happening next in terms of actions? Is it going to tell you if the tables are fixed on the ground? Is it going to be able to tell you if the empty chairs are actually functional chairs, broken chairs? It's not going to be able to, because current models are completely based on images or words. The movement forces are not part of the equation or the environment for AI for now. Third is perception mismatch. So what I mean by perception mismatch is that robots, digital environments, are completely based on sensing. Sensing based on images. Okay? Images, now a bit of sound, and words. This is very difficult to translate into the physical world. Obviously, when you see, your skin being pushed like this, you can predict how much of force is applied to the skin because you see the skin is being pushed. So you can deduct what's happening from the image to the physical behavior. But if it's a robot with no visible difference, how would you know? It's not possible. So these 3 are currently not addressed. And that's the questions I'm asking in my group. How can we match the spatial and the functional mismatch and requirements? How can we match the environmental compliance where we exist? It's not just machines or objects, but we persons exist. We have design and material choices. And third, can we digitize and quantify what we see and what we do? These are the 3 questions that I'm asking in my group's work. So I will try to speak of these 3 pillars today. And I think I did a lot of the introduction, but let me know when do we finish? On the dot at 10:30?
10:30 or 10:45 would be
Okay, tell me 10:30.